Hello everybody, welcome back to the Our Smiling Faces podcast, and it's our final one of the season. You're supposed to do sad face now, sad face. But what a way to end of the season.
It was class.
So, Brighton away, not Brighton away.
Well, normal service has
This is not Southampton or Crystal Palace.
Do you know why I said Brighton? Because all we've been about since we got here was Chris Hughton getting sacked.
Yeah.
We did say the other week he was getting sacked regardless.
I would say that ages ago.
You know what? My mate put on. He said that if Rafa if Rafa doesn't stay, do you think he's a Man United fan? He says, "Do you think he would come back? I think Ashley would give him the chance to come back."
That was a question I seen on Twitter. Was it a Toon polls? Might have been.
No idea, but I'll say no. So, Fulham game, Fulham away.
Yes, that's right.
Shitloads of Geordies on a boat, arriving by
Geordie Armada.
Amazing.
Geordie Pirates on the way to Craven Cottage.
Amazing.
What's a pirate's favourite shop? Argos.
That's it. Good night. All the best.
Why are pirates called pirates?
Because they are. Yes. If you know any more pirate jokes, put them in the comments.
Yeah, we're like a pirate joke.
11 o'clock at night now I'm putting up with this. It's not that.
Look, it's still light outside, man. It's beautiful.
It's morning, that's why, mate.
Been there for hours.
So yeah, Fulham away. There's quite a few changes in the team. So Shelvey came back in.
Hayden at right back.
And Hayden played at right wing back. So I think when the team got
Modi Army as well.
Modi was in there. So when the team got released, I was thinking, I've literally got no idea where Hayden's playing. Yeah, automatically assumed it'll be right wing back, keeping the same formation. I was like, we've never seen him play there, so we're not sure how he's.
Did he not? I think
last time he did, he got sent off, wasn't it? Was that not last time
he
played
first
there?
Joined?
I think it was.
I'm sure he played right wing back.
He played there for Arsenal a couple of times before.
It was that he got sent off against.
Did he Cardiff?
Cardiff.
Did he actually play?
You've been waiting for that question.
No, Cardiff. Did he actually play for Arsenal?
Yeah.
Sorry, I mean, I know he played for. I mean,
not
did he
regularly?
I've seen photos of him in an Arsenal kit. If that counts.
But is that the reserves? Or
No,
did he actually play
for the first team?
Fair enough.
Where else did he go? Did he go somewhere else for a bit?
No.
Was not like Hull or somewhere for a bit?
I think it was. He was at Hull. No,
it was Hull because
it was Hull or Wolves or someone like that, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Hull because them got was it Livermore? Them got.
Can't remember.
And then we had a bit of I didn't, but I mean certain fans were like saying, we've got Hayden who's better than Livermore, and the whole fans were like, no, he's just not. But obviously he's progressed a lot.
Massively since then. But
so we had asked him
since Deka wrote him off as a footballer.
Well, I think we all did, to be honest. Let's be honest, I think we all did.
Yeah, I probably did write him off.
I think we all did.
Yeah.
Nobody could envisage the turnaround that he's had this season. Like,
nah. We'll speak about Hayden in a bit because there's a few questions I think in regards to Hayden.
I've got to do something first though. We won, you know.
Oh shit!
Hey!
It's been so long. I forgot about it.
We're out of practice.
So yeah, the team itself. As soon as the whistle goes, just like last game, we're just constant.
Unreal, wasn't it?
So we get the goal within the first handful of minutes.
9 minutes.
9 minutes.
Oh my god!
And
I was going to say we had a chance before that, but it was Shelvey like.
So that's where the goal comes from. Shelvey pings it across to Richie. Then Richie pings into the box
ball.
And then it gets cleared. I think it's
corner.
about to arrive to Atsu. And that's where the corner comes from.
That's right.
Obviously Richie puts a corner in. Does it arrive straight at
Straight
at?
The idea is from
defending.
The idea is from the hit first time.
But he's got so much time.
Yeah.
He takes a touch.
There's nobody anywhere near him, is there?
Yeah.
He takes a touch and I wasn't expecting that.
He's
beautiful.
He controls and it just sits lovely for him, doesn't he? He just hits it on the half.
It's not either like a powerful strike. He just places it, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I think
he still put his boot through it. Like keeper never had a chance.
But normally, if that arrives to someone, they just point the laces through that and just hope for the best. But he's placed that in there, like
it was unsavable. That
it
was unsavable.
It was right in the corner. Like
the keeper's right near it as well, so it just bends past the keeper.
Did you notice Big Mo was waiting for a little tapping if the keeper got anything on it? So he did well. Obviously, get right in on the keeper.
We played some really nice stuff in that opening 10 minutes. Really nice stuff. I know you'll say I'm just saying, but I thought all of it went through Shelvey. But Richie was outstanding the whole game. But in that opening 10 minutes, they could not live with him down that side of the field.
He had so much. Well, I'm saying he had so much space. The entire team.
It was coming from Shelvey. What you're saying is correct. It was coming from Shelvey. So it was Shelvey putting Richie through every single time. And the second goal came a couple of minutes after the first.
Same thing.
Same Shelvey plays out Richie. Richie if I remember right, he nutmegs someone, or he
Yeah.
tries to get it through someone's legs, and it
And
bounces
he
and rides
claims
with him
that-
again.
He claims for
It's a
handball.
handball.
Yes.
It's a handball.
And it rides
goes
with
through
Atsu, doesn't it?
Atsu, yeah, and that's
Atu does well to get in the box, but then once again he's shot. It's just
Powder
another
puff
weak
again,
shot,
isn't
isn't
it?
it?
Keeper.
keeper is awful.
So
Absolutely.
I have no
awful.
idea how the keeper just doesn't pick that up because it's so
Perez
soft
just
the
gets a
shot.
little tap in, doesn't he?
Perez clever again. He's in the right place at the right time.
You've got to give him credit for that.
And he stretches to
following
get
the
that.
ball in. You've got to credit anyone that does that. So it was, best start ever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So first 10 minutes, you're 2-0 up and you're laughing.
I think I'll be honest. At the end of the game, obviously, of course, I was thrilled that we had won. But I still thought, well, Fulham had nothing to play for, blah, blah, blah. But then when you think Cardiff beat Man United 2-0 and them had nothing to play
And
for.
we didn't really have
I
anything
kind of
to
thought,
play
actually,
for.
do you know what it is? Maybe I'm being a bit harsh on them, like,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean?
Nah, Fulham are awful. Like.
Well, I know they were, but you've still got to beat them, You've still got to beat what's in front of you, because we could have had the same attitude as them as well. We've got the flip-flops
I
on
think
here,
that's the thing, like, because they just sat off where and let we have the ball, and it played perfectly into Richie's into Shelby's hands.
Yeah.
That game was made for him because when you give him that amount of time and space to just do whatever he likes with the ball,
I tell you, honestly,
ping it left, right, and centre.
Truthfully, I would have loved to, because I don't think it's going to happen, but I would have loved to seen him and Almiron, with the way Almiron makes them run.
We
to
said that
pace.
since Almiron arrived, didn't we?
Shelby could, because I know sometimes I know with Shelby, I know if the game's against her, right, and we're under the cosh, yes, all right, he's not the person to have. I totally admit that. But when we're in scenarios like
that game on Sunday was made for
which
him.
I still feel, as a club, as a team, I still think we're getting better, and I think we're getting to stages now where I think we can do that. A lot of teams where we can really dictate the pace. If you had Richie bombing down the left, you've say another wing back, then you've got Almiron. Shelby's in dream world, eh? He can find them all day. The problem you have when them players aren't on, Shelby does not have anyone to pass to, and then he tries impossible balls. I understand that, but yesterday's performance, you could see it that if he has the runners and the time, he'll find you every time.
That's the key, is having that time and space. And for me as well, a big difference in his game yesterday was he played much further up the pitch than he normally does.
Which
he wasn't standing on the defender's toes and coming back to get the ball and stuff like that. He was much further up and dictating the play a lot more.
Do you know after he scored the goal, he made the effort?
He went right back down
side
the
of the
other
pitch to
end.
celebrate with his fans.
It was good to see.
It's not very often you see it where a player make the effort, unless you're Adebayor, like. But
that was amazing.
It was the greatest celebration I've ever seen.
Just
That,
about
like, the
time,
best. But obviously, he makes the effort to run to the away fans, and Jesus Christ, there was a shitloads of them down there.
Fabulous. It's just amazing, the atmosphere.
No, that was the neutral end.
Away end.
You're right though. He was like waving people away to get there, and from the camera from the right, he's pointing, but the camera then moves. It goes away from him and shows the replay. I don't know what he actually did celebrating.
He did his.
Oh, did he do
Did
that
he?
today?
No, he didn't. He had his fingers in his ears.
Did he?
He
Do a
done the
Perez,
Perez
did he?
one.
Really, yeah.
He
I've definitely seen him like that.
He might have done both.
I'm sure he definitely had his fingers in his ears, like.
I'd say I didn't see it because when he was pointing and then the camera went off and the replay came on of his goal.
Because I think when I was watching the match on the stream there was, I think the commentators mentioned he'd done something to the dugout, like he pointed towards the dugout or something while he was running, and they were saying, I wonder who that's about. But they might have got that wrong. I'm sure they said they should be just the dugout or something
Were they
at one
not
point.
celebrating or something like that? Or?
It might have been one of them. It happens a lot where a coach or an assistant manager will say to them,
Yeah.
"You're going to score today." Do you know what I mean? And then he does, and they're like, that happens quite often. I don't think he's running away going, "I've told you I can do that." I don't think so anyway.
But just the way the commentators were saying, I think it was on being sports. I think I was listening at that time.
Obviously, we've just scored a main goal. They're going to try and find a negative.
Yeah, of course not.
He's just scored a worldly. He's telling them.
Well, even Scott Parker came out after the game and said that was a world-class goal.
It was, yeah. You're right though. Defensively, it was poor, and I think any goal you can always look at the bad for the. I do that when we concede. It's,
you just expect, like, if there's a player standing on the edge of the box like that, then
someone go.
You know that he's going to try and pick up at least the rebound or a clearance that will come out. So have somebody, within a few steps of him.
Shelby normally stays away from the box as well. He's normally hovering on the outside of the box, isn't he?
Well, when he started, from what I remember, he started quite deep actually. I mean, really deep, and then just seemed to walk and then trot and then realise actually.
I suppose he realised there's no one here.
There was no one looking over the shoulder, and Richie's ball was fantastic. To be fair, as we'll get on. I think he set up every goal. I think anywhere it seemed like that. Anyway, every goal was a Richie Cross.
But
Shaw's
2 assists.
Amazing.
He's finished top assists. Like.
I appreciate Atsu with the goalkeeper, but again, it was Richie that bombed on to give it to Atsu. You know, he had a hand in every goal.
Well, that was brilliant.
Really good.
So obviously the first half was just us really. I think.
Yeah, Mitrovic had a great chance.
Yeah,
from a corner, free header, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Don't want to be dumb at that. You know?
Did you see? Like after he had that header, he was having a bit of
the fans and because the Newcastle fans are saying you're just a shit Solomon
Rondo.
That was
funny as hell, that wasn't it?
Like
he looked quite agitated, and I don't know if this is just.
That's just him though, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's what I'm thinking. There's like maybe just that it's gone out of my mind, but I just thought like throughout the game he looked agitated all the time, and referees spoke to him a few times as well.
What I've seen on social media from Newcastle fans mainly is people slaying him and saying like where the fans now that rated Mitrovic. Like I still rate him as a player and everything. And to be fair, he's been in a struggling team all season. And he's scored a handful, like a fair few goals this season, hasn't he?
He started
really
go back to
well.
the start of the season, he was flying, wasn't he? So that's probably where them.
But he's in a relegation side and he's still done well. I wouldn't say, of course, Rondon's better. I'm not disagreeing with that. Rondon's much better, and we're witness that firsthand. But I don't see the anger, and there's people still mentioning him as saying like, oh, he's shit, like, why are you bothered? Like,
I don't know.
Why is that stressing out? It's the same people on social media. So someone will post it to same ones every single time. They must have an alert every time someone mentions Mitrovic. Oh shit! I better get on there.
Yeah, no, you're right. It's the same tweet I see a lot, which is where's all the people that thought Mitrovic was better than Rondon? And I honestly, truthfully, can't remember that many people saying that at the time. All we're saying was,
I can see people say I'd happily keep Mitrovic.
I wanted both.
Yeah.
I love Rondon, and I was happy we got him. And when I said it here, I was chuffed a bit we got him. I just didn't want to lose Mitrovic as well.
Yeah.
It wasn't that I didn't think he was that Mitrovic was better than him. It's never that.
It's easy in hindsight, isn't it?
But he's right though in terms of we're winning 4-0, and that's the initial argument is that straight away. And you're like, oh yeah, man, give it a break, will you? Like what's the point?
People seem obsessed with him and saying, oh, you missed that sitter, that header. But we've seen Rondon miss it as this season.
Rondon missed a hatful of chances in the game.
It's a strange one.
Rondon missed the biggest open goal I've ever seen when not the Fulham game.
Yeah.
Remember, I think it was Longstaff or something. I put it right in. It was just point blank range, and he missed.
Couldn't have been any worse than that. Richie missed earlier this season. Jesus Christ!
It happens, doesn't it? You know what I mean? And I think
what game was that? Was that the Burnley game? Is that the one we watched here?
Yeah.
I hit the sign we celebrated. Got in.
It's one of them though. Where if Mitrovic, or not just Mitrovic, I mean, like anyone scores right
the following week though, didn't he?
Aye. If someone like that scores, then the fans will go on there and they'll say like he's not our player, so why do you care? But then when he misses, they're on there going, everyone said he was mint.
Yeah,
you cannot win. Yeah. You cannot win with that type of argument.
I think it's time to move on. Like of course, I don't think there's offence anymore. Like, do you know?
I was trying from the start of the season.
I know, but do you know how there was offence before? There was no one really in between. There was either you liked him or you thought he was a dickhead. Really, it was either side. Like, let's just get rid of the like. Why are we still having this debate about him? It's really strange.
It is.
I can't physically figure it out, and I can't understand why people have got a hatred for him.
I've never seen a player debate have such an influence like that.
Like of course, like he's gone to Fulham. He said, "Oh, they're the best fans in the world." I couldn't give a shit about all that. Of course, he plays up to make the fans like appreciate him and support him even more. Like whatever.
Well, loads of fans were sucking off Kabay and Debussy when them used to say it. Them soon fucked off. They didn't care, man.
Oh, they were beautiful though.
There's not many players do care. To be really honest, there's not many do. They just say what they have to say to sound alright at the time.
The thing that people use against Mitrovic was, he's disciplinary. Like, has he been sent off this season?
No. Did he not get sent off early?
I'm sure his disciplinary has been like impeccable now compared to what it was like when we first signed him. So that's something which they can't slate him for anymore. So they're finding that reason. But just stop saying him. Like just forget it. He's gone. Like,
literally haven't given him a second thought other than when we came up to
the last day or so on social media has been mental. Like, why is bothered, man?
No, you're right.
It's pointless.
No, you're right.
Move on. Like I've been saying for months, doesn't play for it.
To be fair, Mark was saying that. I think in our defence, our concept of the conversation was like kind of what we're having now. Really, it wasn't that we were crying because Mitrovic wasn't here anymore. We wanted him. We were pissed off with people that were like just having a go, and obviously you just kept saying, "Well, just move on." We didn't care, like you know what I mean. And I think sometimes you used to score the odd goal, and I was like, "Oh, he scored again," and again you would
especially
say,
at the start of the season.
Just move on, you know. It's yeah, he'd be away now, I would imagine anyway. So he'd be away somewhere else.
I kind of see him wanting to.
I heard
spend another
30
season
million.
in the Championship.
That's a lot of money.
Who?
Southampton, £30 million for him. That's the rumour I was reading.
Wow.
But yeah.
He wants to stay in London apparently because apparently there's a massive Eastern European base in
drugs
in London. Drugs cartel. But I think obviously maybe that's one of the reasons why he didn't get on great up here, because of outside influence really. But whatever.
Well, it's full of
he's gone.
Russian oligarchs and the like around.
He's gone, right? So the rest of the first half was just us really. Obviously, Mitrovic had that chance.
Yeah, chance after chance after
and
chance.
They had a couple of chances, but nothing really troubled the Bravka. There's a few went over the bar. Yeah. I think they might have ended up with more shots than us.
I think they had 2 chances. In the
no,
first
so
half,
that 2 shots on target by the end of the game. I'm sure it was 2 shots on target. We had 6.
Oh, them.
But I'm sure they had more shots on goal than what we did. I might be wrong, but
really?
I'm sure they did, yeah. There was a few shots that were just sky high. Yeah. That was a shot.
There was a spell I thought in the second half where obviously
they started much better second half.
Yeah, they did.
Obviously they got ripped to bits by Parker at half time, because they were just.
I think there's an expectation and a demand of a team, regardless if you're relegated or not. There's a performance you have to
put effort in.
Of course, you've got to.
Yeah,
and that was massively missing for them in the first half.
So you go back to the Brighton game. The Brighton game was similar to Fulham. How they set up was just like they didn't look arsed, to be honest. Mm-hmm. Obviously, Brighton came out and changed that at half time. Fulham they changed it for a bit, but we just took control once again.
I was surprised that they dropped Babel.
I was as well, actually.
Because he's normally pretty fast.
Then they brought that child
tricky.
on. Who was that child that they brought on? Bro, that big? There's a tiny little kid, 16-year-olds, like youngest player or something like that.
The player I thought was alright for them. I thought Chambers in midfield was canny, number 5. He was alright. He tried to make things happen. He was making the ball move a bit, but the rest were terrible, to be fair.
Yeah, like Sessegnon
played.
Like, he was one of the ones that, like, remember St James Park, his game against us, he scored 2.
Wasn't he?
Then they got a penalty and they wouldn't let him take the penalty.
Yeah.
And I think everyone in St James Park was going to let him take the penalty. Like,
it's incredible, that game.
Hey, when you think he was really the next hot prospect, wasn't he? Like, and people think he'd go to Spurs and things like that, and he's done nothing this season.
Well, Liverpool were massively linked with him.
It's weird how it works.
Same with Tom Kenny, like we were linked with like 20 million for him, but obviously he's gone
and he's
quiet
a good
as
player,
well,
he is, but there's a few good players. There's a few good players you mentioned there that them have got, and then there's no way them should be as bad as they are, like you wouldn't think. But
especially the start of the season that they had, because they're doing really well at the start of the season. They just
I think the
they
biggest
just went
issue
off the rails, didn't they?
They can't keep a clean sheet. They just leak goals for fun, and obviously we proved it.
And obviously we set up like. We've only lost like 4-0 once this season. Was it 4-0 against Liverpool at Anfield? It's once we've lost this season. The rest of the games have been pretty close in regards to the scoreline.
Even when you go back to the very start where we were 6 games in, we lost every game. It was still 1-0, 2-1.
Yeah, it wasn't in. It was
really
nothing
close,
in it.
Against big teams.
Midgie's taking it like, wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Mine. No, you're right. Yeah.
So our second half for Fulham slightly changed, not a great deal. They don't really bother with that much. Then
they just started pressing a bit more, and they kept hold of the ball as well, so that they started knocking it around between them and that kind of thing, which I guess just to give them a bit of confidence to get back into the game.
Yeah.
And then I think I could be wrong here, but I'm sure again Chelsea played it down the left, but they broke up midfield and then we won another corner. And then we all know.
So Shaw once again,
Jesus.
Beautiful ball from Richie again.
It is.
It's on the money.
If
Shaw's jumping, there's no.
If you are a Fulham fan watching that, your hands, your head is in your hands, because like it is shocking.
Yeah.
Shares just stand still on the penalty spot.
I think there's 2 players next to him as well, if I remember right.
He just stands still completely.
To be fair, he did run because he ran in.
Well, he took about 3 steps and he had a free header.
Yeah, because once he started his run, I thought there's no one going to stop you here. Because no one was with him, as you say. There was 2 players just rooted to the ground. Hell of a header, like he headed it down exactly what you need to do, down and up type of thing. It was very fantastic.
It's exactly how they tell you how to ball in, heading to the ground.
It is.
Keeper's got
no chance at all.
You'll never get an easier chance.
I agree.
Than that.
And then
Richie, this must be his trademark celebration. He does that every time he scores.
He does, doesn't he? He does.
Must be his trademark celebration. 4 goals this season. Is it 4 goals this season?
Yeah, I was laughing actually. That Will Grigg thing. Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? That prick. That's good. I like that. He's not on fire. Like. And then Richie slapped him all over.
That was the funniest thing.
What the fuck? I don't even know.
So that video I shared, then at first he's slapping the cells on the back of the head.
Right.
Then he changes and just starts twice. Like Shaw like that.
Shaw's like, hey.
Like Shaw's...
He is
after about 6 years.
He points at him and he's like, what are you doing? I'll fucking knock you out. And like, Richie's just going, whack.
But he's doing it and he's pissing himself laughing while he's doing it.
It's not soft though.
No, he's proper clipping him.
Richie was a bit weird all game. I thought in terms of that.
Richie was mint.
Yeah, he was mint. What I mean though, he was like laughing and really on edge all the time.
He's like a naughty kid.
Wanted to wind
and
people
I think it's because he was just having the time of his life because he had so much space. Everything he was doing was coming off. And
I think if you probably ask Richie, I think he's probably probably the most favourite game. Probably would that be that game because he just had free rein, didn't he? He wasn't really challenged at any point.
I'm still going to say it, and we've sat here and said, look, that position is the best position ever, isn't it?
Suits him to a team, man.
He's got the aggression, the tenacity to get back. He might not be the greatest defender, far from it, but I'd challenge him from many left backs.
Couldn't care less.
I think he's a good defender, though. He's still
good. How bad he is, he's the best in my eyes.
Even defending wise, see now it is. Even if a player gets back, I've got the confidence in the three at the back anyway.
Yeah.
No matter which three are playing, that they're going to sweep up anyway.
I agree.
Well, the back three. I mean, Dummett had a bit of a quiet game.
He was poor. I thought Dummett was poor personally, but it is.
Do you think since obviously Yedlin, he's had the operation, we were saying no one knew about that really. Like that
explains why he's been a bit off the pace.
So next time, like first time we knew about that, he's in a hospital bed.
And that's why Manky was being played every week. He's been good defensively. He's in hospital. That's why.
Do you not think
it just sums up the communication from the club, though, doesn't it?
Do you not think since he hasn't been playing, the team's looked a lot more comfortable?
I think if Yedlin had been on yesterday, my heavens, would have been
hell on.
Could have been 10. Would have been. I just feel like he would have been bombing down
that's
that
the thing. Like Hayden playing at right back, he had a decent game, and he got forward when he could, but he wasn't. He wasn't bombing up the wings. He just kept things ticking over down that
Richie
side.
caused a hell of a lot. Don't get us wrong here. Richie's ability at crossing is 10 times better than Yedlin's, but Yedlin would have caused real issues, I think. And I really feel some of the games that were half had, even Liverpool, as much as I think Manky has been very good discipline-wise, I do honestly, truthfully miss Yedlin bombing on.
It'd be great if you could merge the two of them together and get something in between.
Yeah. I still believe there's a player in there, Yedlin. I really do. I don't know what it is, but as Mark said, maybe it is that injury or whatever he's had. Maybe it's just hammered him, you know what I mean? And now the fact that maybe he'll his hands up and go and sort us out.
I think the stick that he's got over the recent weeks, as I've said a few times, is
he gave that pen away, and for some reason it really went full tilt against him when he gave that pen away against Palace. Just seemed to rise.
I've got to remember at the start of the season, Yedlin was playing Richie in front of him. So Richie was playing on the right hand side, and we criticised him quite a bit because those two just didn't really work in defensive wise. Because Richie just used to go missing, and Yedlin was more than two.
We used to sit and say it, he used to wander into the middle of the pitch, didn't he?
So maybe we'll see a different scenario, obviously with Yedlin on the right hand side and Richie on the left hand side.
I'm really confident that you'll see Yedlin. I'm going to throw it out there now. I think Yedlin will be the starting right back next year. I really do. I really do.
So fourth goal. Obviously, once again, we hit them on the counter attack, really, don't we?
Well, they had one disallowed before that.
Oh, yes, so it shouldn't have been
offside. That wasn't offside.
So Hayden
played
miles onside.
Yeah. From the TV view, I thought he was off. Yeah. But then when you see the replays, he's
I think the linesman just doesn't say Hayden. I think there's so many players in between that just doesn't say him.
I actually think he blinded him because of this player that scored the goal.
Yeah.
He couldn't see Hayden for him.
Is it next season? Is VAR coming in every single game next season?
Yes. There's a whole host of rules.
So it's stuff like that, which is going to.
There's a substitution. If once you do substitution, the player has to leave by the nearest exit.
Well, that makes sense because that's just my head in.
Don't have to go back to the.
That's good.
Which will be quite funny, like
VAR in terms
if they go off one side, they've got to walk all the way around the pitch, because they'll get some pelters.
Yeah.
So
in terms of VAR coming in, is there a stipulation of when that can be used, or is it just every goal, for example?
So from the first
goals and offsides,
first game of the season, every Premier League.
No, I know. What I'm saying is, when can it be used? Though I mean, in terms of in a game, is it does a manager have the opportunity to go? Actually, I want to see that.
No. So
it's goals and any bookings, red cards and stuff like that, isn't it? I don't think it's anything.
And perhaps when the ref wants to.
So thrones and corners, I think it's
that's just when the VAR officials want to draw attention.
So Fabinho diving against, that still wouldn't have mattered?
No, I think that probably would flag up.
It would flag.
Possibly, yeah.
So what would... Yeah, that would flag up, yeah.
That would be good. That's what you want.
Or say if someone's...
I don't care how long it takes, I mean, everyone pisses and moans about that.
But they were saying it was it's working out at around 29 seconds or something like that on for an average decision.
Well, then you look about the game where Shaw should have got that penalty. They'd probably let the player go on. Atsu misses a chance, then they'll review it when the ball's out of play. Then they'll review it.
That's the two Wolves games.
Yeah, so when Wolves scored that, they'll review that. They'll let the goal go in. Then they'll review.
Oh, like the Dubravka one when he's always face.
So the Wolves players will be celebrating the goal. As they're celebrating, they'll be watching it.
Well, to be fair, it was very similar to the City and Tottenham game, wasn't it, in the Champions League? That they were celebrating.
It hasn't ruined the Champions League whatsoever.
No,
the thing for me is that you've still got somebody sat there making a decision.
True.
It's a panel,
so it's still an opinion. I think three of them.
Still an opinion.
They've got to make it, but it's still.
But the thing is, I'd take it. So if there's a panel of 3, then it's majority. Then I'd take that because it's better than what we're getting at the
average
moment.
consensus.
Then the referee can overrule it anyway. The referee can go and check the.
Honestly, truthfully, I'll stay at the game an extra 10 minutes, as long as the right decisions happen. I'd rather that than just be pissed off for the rest of the day.
That's it.
It takes away I understand. I'm happy VR coming in, but it does take away some of the things, isn't it? Like the initial celebration.
Well, not really, because he'll still celebrate. You'll still be gone 10
Imagine
out.
if that gets taken away from you. You'll celebrate with it.
But to me, if it doesn't stand, then I ain't cheating to win.
I think majority of the time it's normally us on the wrong end.
Well, that's
But
exactly
you can guarantee though that.
It'll
fucking happen.
Match winner, it'll be us. It would be. So, right, fourth goal, back of the game. Fourth goal. Rondon. So he does well. His run is unbelievable. So he's running around the back, then he just cuts back and he's through.
Very, very, not that anyone likes him, but very Michael Owen that run was, Michael Owen.
Just hovering around the back.
Yeah, and he runs along the line almost, and then bends his run. It was a great run.
It's very clever, his run. He's through on goal. His first shot gets saved. It's pretty bad, his first shot, to be honest with you. Lands back to him, quite luckily, because I think it hits a defender and then just stops.
It does.
Just stops dead.
Nice finish.
Great finish, bottom corner.
Brilliant. So the second
was that his last goal for Newcastle United?
It's the $1 million question, I guess, isn't it? Yeah, it's.
Clearly he wants to stay, doesn't he? It's clear he does.
I haven't getting any signs from him that he thinks it's over, which is he wasn't at the end waving shirt in, see us in 10 years.
See, if that was me, if I was in Rondon's position, I knew that was my last game. Of course, he wants to score.
He was desperate to score.
Celebration-wise, he didn't really make a great deal of it.
Well, that's what I mean.
I'd be bowing.
Well, he was waving to the fans and giving it all.
The goal against Liverpool,
even Dubravka came up from the pitch, came up to celebrate with him.
Yeah, I think it would be criminal if we don't sign him.
Ridiculous.
I just want to mention one thing. West Brom, obviously, I watched that game. The Champions.
Yes, when Gale got sent off, scored got sent off.
Fucking never, ever a second yellow card.
I haven't seen it.
Oh, mate. Just very quickly.
Was it a challenge on the keeper or something like that?
I didn't even touch him.
He didn't touch him.
The lad crosses the ball and he slides in to try and score, and the keeper gets there first.
Can't get rescinded with 2 yellows.
Shocking.
It's just shocking. He scored a great goal as well. But obviously, them got to be 2-1.
But that's good for us.
So that's good for us. So I don't think them will come up. They'll have to beat Villa 2-0 to win. So I can't see that happening.
So that's great for us in
really
regards
good,
to what might happen with Gale.
Yeah, really good, yeah.
But I think Gale might be looking at, now I'm thinking, I've scored a shitloads of goals in the Championship again. I want another crack at the Premier League.
Why not? Why not?
If I was him, it's his last chance, really, isn't it?
Why not? Why would you not want that attitude? I'd want that in a player, me personally.
So then what happens in our
He's unlikely to get it.
He's not going to get it.
He's unlikely to get it in Newcastle.
He's going to be back for pre-season, of course.
But do you not think, who's come up again, who's come up? Sheffield United, right?
Sheffield United and
Norwich.
Norwich went up champions.
Would one of them maybe take a plunge and go?
Too far away, Norwich. You'll not go there.
I have Darryl kicked off you the other day.
I don't know. I think you've got to give him credit. I think he scored 50 goals in 2 years in the Championship. Which is absolutely phenomenal.
He's fantastic. 20 even before he signed for us, he was doing it.
I like him, but he's not Premier League quality. He's not. I'm going to say he's not. But I don't know. If he doesn't, as you say, if them don't come up, he might have that attitude. Will he get the opportunity? He's going to get. I don't think he'll get it from any club except the ones that are coming up now. He's not going to get that shot from a West Ham or from a Bournemouth. Or
do you
get that shot.
Brighton, maybe Brighton's some one of those.
I don't know.
In and around the bottom. I don't know.
He's not going to be a Newcastle player next year.
Oh no, definitely not. No.
Hey.
You never know
stranger things have happened.
You never know what's around the corner, do you?
Yeah, well, he hadn't.
Depends what happens with Jesus Christ.
Fucking hell. In the summer, doesn't it, with the.
I mean, if you look at Hayden's turnaround, I would have never ever said that was possible.
Yeah.
So you cannot really say nothing's impossible in this game, but it's very highly unlikely that he's going to have a future here.
No, I agree. We've got a few players that want to loan that. I don't think.
I'd rather have him than the other alleged strikers we have at the.
So Joslu, you'd rather have him ahead of Joslu. Joslu would be gone. He's.
Do you know?
He hasn't featured for a while. He hasn't been bothered. He's made the odd bench appearance.
I had said at the time, if we had a decent owner, in the structure of a club, I would have loved to, and I know this is never really going to happen, but to have Rondon, Mitrovic and Gale, have all three of them. Get you rid of Rossi, obviously. But I would quite happily have Gale back, actually, as long as you understand you're not going to start every week.
Do you think you'd be more confident with Gale coming off the bench than what you would with like Mutu?
I would.
Because Gale's proven, isn't he?
I would. But Mutu's good. I know you like Mutu and I like him, but I would rather have Gale. I wouldn't.
That's the thing, I forgot about Mutu when I said that about the strikers, because he just hasn't. I mean, I know he came on Sunday, but he hasn't really featured. So you forget about him.
I think there's a player there, but I think he's going to be another one that just drifts under the radar and like he'll move on.
Gale could have done what Mutu was doing this season quite easily. Yeah. I really believe that. And I just think if you're chasing a game and you want to try and change the game, I think Gale could change the game for you. Yeah.
We've seen what it's like when he comes, when he comes on as a bit of an impact player, isn't it?
Because he hasn't had much of a chance, like, do you know what I mean? I thought he was all right on. I think when he come on, he's been lively. You know what I mean?
That's what he gives you.
He's lively.
Just
runs around, creates a bit of havoc. But
he wasn't happy with Rondon, like when Rondon's follow up when he missed the first chance and he buried the second one. He wasn't happy because he was waiting for that ball, thinking, Jesus Christ, just give me it, because he's going to hide that in the back of the net. Yeah. And like Rondon scores, he runs away and celebrates, and Mutu's like, oh.
I mean, his time might come next year. You know what I mean? You never.
Do you think?
It all depends. The way he's not going to get sold. I don't think.
The way that we set up and that isn't. It's not made for him, is it?
No, it's not. I agree.
Especially with Perez and the form that he's been in recently.
Mutu would work well in like a two up top, like big man, little man type thing, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
Rather than
which is what we used to say about Mitrovic and Gale.
Yeah. Every week I said it. Every single week. Sick of saying it.
We'll go back to this formation. It was Deka last year talking about this formation. Just every single week he mentioned this formation. Since we've started playing it, we've looked like a complete different team.
Rafa must have heard us.
Must have listened to this, mustn't he?
He must. But I honestly have sat here since the Championship days saying, play that bloody formation. It just suits me, you know what I mean? But
I think it's all fell into place, so hasn't it?
It's bringing in the right players into the team, isn't it? And
the defenders at disposal, and like it's ridiculous how good our centre backs are at the moment. I can't remember a time when it's been like this.
Fernandez, he got on for the last half an hour, 20 minutes, something like that.
He's a decent player, like
he is. He's good.
You would never have thought, from the start of the season that you wouldn't have seen him for months and months, and then.
Funny, I'm changing it a bit, sorry. That was the first time we've won away from home on the last day of the season, ever. Or 46 years or something.
Is it?
So the last time we won away...
To be fair, we have played lots of home games, haven't we?
Well, in recent memory,
because we've definitely... We beat Liverpool 1-0 away last game of the season. Shola scored. I mean, that's a few years, it's not 40 years ago, but it was...
I remember that was Champions League, wasn't it? We did win, didn't we, I think? Did we win that?
2005 was the last time.
Oh, so what that was the class?
Was that then?
As well?
Was that?
I do remember that because it was Champions League qualification, wasn't it? Oh yeah. I shared it on the Chronicle, put it on saying what a way to win your first away game in blah 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 blah.
And it's not down there. I was only get battered off Fulham.
Maybe London. Maybe I'm not sure.
Only get beat off Fulham like.
Nah, because we beat Arsenal in.
What a game!
Spurs.
What a game!
We're going down a rabbit hole.
So yeah. But anyway, sorry. Just
if you know the answer to that, stick it in the comments.
I know.
I'm gonna have a look here. Just keep talking.
I've got nothing else to say in regards to the game and how it ended. To be honest, it was great to see the away fans there. Those
Kennedy came on for a rare appearance.
He done a bit better than what he's normally done.
Chingy's here.
Yeah, I think Atsu played pretty well. He's again high up the pitch, plenty of energy.
Shots made, I can't get away with them. He gets himself in the right position, but shot-wise, just
the powder puff on. I don't understand what that's about.
They're so weak, and I can't understand how a footballer can't put the foot through the ball.
Yeah,
I can't figure it out. It's not. It's like every demo ball wasn't playing. So every single shot.
Which
was
ball.
He's like turning into a sheep.
I was going to start singing your nursery rhyme. Ball, black sheep.
So yeah, that's me done for the game. Has anyone else got anything to add to the game?
I just want to say Bar probably dumb it. I think Barrel. With the exception of Paul Dummett, I think everybody was fantastic. No, I'm not saying he was terrible. He was probably the
how?
How?
I can't think of anything that he'd done wrong.
Can I read it out?
Yeah.
Read it out.
Now that's a way to get your first top flight away win on the last day of the season in 43 years. So I'm reading it here. That's what it says.
Look at the comments, see if anyone's comments.
2009. Oh, sorry. 2009.
There's always some clever odds that route.
Great win, but the fat lad will be saying we don't need to strengthen the team.
We don't need to strengthen the team.
But yes, so
no idea if you know
the
chronicle.
We'll definitely beat Liverpool last game of the season.
I did not draw 1-1 in that one. I think we're drew.
Do a draw?
Maybe, but they're saying 46 years since the last one.
It's a long time, isn't it?
A long time.
It's not as old as you, Mark.
It might have been a draw. Now you're saying that, it might be a draw.
I think it was a draw.
No idea. I've got no idea.
Shola definitely scored.
We're back in the rabbit hole.
What year are you saying? Sorry, what year are you saying?
I can't remember.
I can't remember.
Fuck it. No one cares.
I know. Just
no one really cares.
All right, fine.
Apart from you.
Bye. Good night. Love yous.
Man of the match.
No, man of the match. Richie.
It was between Shelby and Shea for me.
Shelby with that.
Richie.
Just
We've literally just said that Richie's had an influence on every single goal.
Yeah.
And you're not giving him man of the match?
Nah. Like, he was fantastic, but again, the game for Shelby was just, everything was just meat and drink for him. And Shea was just Shea. He was fabulous.
Gorgeous.
Mind you, it was before the one you're on about where it got cleared for the first goal. So Richie crossed it got cleared.
Yeah.
Shea played a pass, the full length, crossfield, as we'll see him do often.
It's class, man.
Yeah, it's really good.
It worries me how good he is.
Do you know what it is as well, right? We wouldn't have seen him, I don't think, because it took the cells to get injured, didn't it, against maybe Watford at home? I could be wrong there.
Yeah. Something like that,
come on.
It was definitely
mention Lascelles. Like, we're obviously talking about Rivage, but Lascelles just had him in his pocket the entire game.
Yeah. You've got to credit him for that,
There's a couple of times where mate Rich went on the ground easy, and like Lascelles was just like looking at him going, what are you doing? Like, get up.
I think that's the thing, like Lascelles just like knew him inside out, like from training and stuff like
that.
Said
it's no nonsense for Lascelles. All that his job now is to do is head of the ball.
I do think sometimes with Lascelles, though, when he plays badly, everyone knows about it and slag him off. When he does well, no one pays attention. So you've got to balance that well. You've got to say, listen, he's doing well or not. But a lot of times he just seems to people focus on the bad with him.
It's hard to shine when you're playing alongside
those two,
Lejeune and Shea. Like
that's true.
Yeah, but Lejeune's not on at the moment, though, in fairness.
No.
You know what I mean? Even though he's looking like Terminator at the minute, he's running the boot now, so after a month or something. It's ridiculous. Amazing. Great to see, like.
Right, I'm done. Anyone else?
No, that's it.
Nice way to sign off.
Fantastic.
End of the season.
Great.
Fantastic. It's been really good.
Fantastic.
Let's just hope it's not the last we see of
a
few of those players and, of course, the manager.
We've got a few questions about those ones. So,
nice little link in it.
Thanks for everyone for watching us this year, for downloading the audio. The audio is doing really well at the moment, as well as the videos. Thanks to the likes of Emil, Aaron, and there's too many A's, isn't there? Emil, Andy, and Aaron for contributing this year. They've obviously joined the team with the FIFA videos, player ratings, and interviews.
Well, when you can be bothered to do them.
Hi, Aaron. So next season we're going to progress a little bit more. We're going to bring more people in, hopefully, fingers crossed. And
finally getting rid of Deka.
But thanks to Dom. So Dom once again sponsored.
That's a nice t-shirt you've got on there.
Yeah. Yes, Dom's chucking these t-shirts out.
I've seen Atsu wearing that one.
So Atsu is a lover of the brand, and so Dom's give us something special. Okay, so this isn't for us, but this is for the listeners and the contributors to the YouTube channel. So we've got some paper in here. They've all got a code on them that you can use at the checkout. The code goes from anywhere from 20% off to 60% off.
Oh!
Right, so you're aiming for 60, Mark. I'll let you do the honours. Right?
Hey, no pressure, like.
I was going to say, right.
So if you pick one of them...
You'll find 10% him.
So, he's not
even in there.
70% Kris.
Double price.
So whatever it's going to come out, if you just use this code in the checkout, we'll put the website below and you'll get whatever percentage off the t-shirts. So
amazing.
Do it on us, mate. Just take one.
Digging down here for this one.
You got it? Jesus Christ, mate.
Oh, I've dropped it. Oh, hey.
What you won?
There's going to be some happy viewers and listeners.
There you go. Pod
55.
That's his pod, not poo.
Poo 55.
So that's his pod 55.
Look, it's even better than buy one, get one free.
It is. So pod 55, if you put that in the checkout on the website, you get 55% off the
55% off.
Can't argue with that.
You get a t-shirt for next to note.
Yeah, thank us later. Except Dom, you'll be very happy.
Right, thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and we'll see you next season.
Love you, bye.
Bye.
Yeah.